the races. I know the boys and I hugely appreciated that. I also want to thank the coaching staff as well, Coach Austin, Coach Hartman, Coach Perini, and Coach Ham. Last year, we had an incredible season. We went 7-0, won the division, and just missed winning the county championships by about 7 points. So coming into this season, we didn't know exactly what to expect, especially after losing our top scorers in Danny Techman, Nigel Hill, and James McKeith. The season started off with a terrible loss against Wilson. But then a week later, we had a huge lopsided win against Conrad Weiser. A win that probably caused us to get overconfident, because the following week, we lost again to Boone. A meet the boys and I know we should have won. But then after that, they woke up. And they fought their guts out against Governor Mifflin, and then they ran the table against Reading, Exeter, and Muhlenberg. And from there, we ended up with a record of 4-3. We had 19 county qualifiers, 8 district qualifiers, and 5 state qualifiers. And Dominic DiGiacomo, Colin Geary, Colby Geary, Tim Gibbons, and Josh Coker. But what I'm most proud of is the way these boys fought all the way to the end. And there is no doubt that this was a better team by the end of the season. And they're a team whose future is looking extremely bright. Congratulations, boys, on a great season. Now, what I'm going to do is go over the individual awards first and then recognize the seniors at the end. This first award goes to an athlete who honestly had one of the most dramatic turnarounds I've ever seen. Last year, he was on the lower edge of JV, but then it was a cold hill workout in December. And suddenly he completely changed. And from that moment on, he was determined to prove himself as a runner. Last spring, his PR in the 800 was around 2:37. In the mile was around 5:30. And the 2 mile was just over 12 minutes. By the end of this spring, his 800 was at 2:14. His mile was at 5:06, and his 2 mile was at 10:54. And he became one of the toughest competitors on this team. And next year, without a doubt, he's going to be one of the top contenders for varsity. This year's Most Improved Award goes to Alex Rowe. This next runner spent most of last season in the gigantic shadows of Nigel Hill and James McKeith. But coming into this spring, he knew he was going to have to carry the brunt of the load for the sprinters, and he didn't disappoint. All season long, he became someone I can completely rely on to score in the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and the long jump. And by the end of the season, he had scored a team-high 101 points. He went on to qualify for the county championships, and then went on to the district championships in the 100-meter dash. But honestly, what was most impressive is the way he stepped up as a leader. And he became somebody that these sprinters really, really looked up to. And he's going to leave a void on this team when he graduates that's going to be very difficult to fill. This year's Coach's Award goes to Lloyd Sarman. His last award is for MVP. And it goes to an athlete who had a little bit of a rocky start to this season. And he missed the first week. So we sat down when he came back and we had a long talk. And he had a choice. He could either go the way of senioritis and obscurity, or he could step up one last time and finally reach some of the final goals he's had since freshman year. From that first meet, I knew his answer. And all season long, he was a completely dominating force, not just in Berks County, but throughout District 3. By the end of the season, he had scored 76 points. He was Berks County champion in the mile, qualified for districts in the 4x8, the mile, and the 800. 2 hours after the 4x8, he ran the 800, coming in 7th. And then he helped anchor his 4x8 to the state finals, where they shattered the school record. So now, as the senior year comes to a close, he can walk away knowing that he truly saved his best for last. This year's MVP award goes to Josh Coker. lastly, I'd like to recognize the seniors. First, we have our javelin thrower who came out this season, learned and got better and better, qualified for counties, and ended up pulling out the win for us against Muhlenberg. We have Brandon Plank. Next, we have our 2-year varsity letter winner, Lloyd Sarner. Lastly, we have a pole vaulter who's been with me all 4 years, has been a consistent scorer all 4 years, a 4-year varsity letter winner who's standing right next to me, Mr. Remzi Akkad. These last 5 seniors, I want to say a few words about, because they've been with me since the fall of 2011. And over the past 12 seasons, they've compiled an astonishing list of achievements, including 2 county championships, 3 undefeated seasons, 3 school records. Between the 5 of them, they've ran over 30,000 miles, qualified for 12 county championships, 10 district championships, and 6 straight state championships. And they have, without a doubt, created the best era of distance running in Twin Valley history. That's
awesome.
But I also want to thank these boys, because throughout the years, no matter how mad we got at each other, throughout all the ups and downs, they never gave up on me. And they always stood by my side, and they've given me 4 years of coaching memories I'll never forget, and I'll miss each one of them. A final congratulations to Josh Coakley, Dominic DiGiacomo, Colin Geary, Colby Geary, and Tim Gibbons. Oh, you didn't take it? Oh, it's Remzi's. We'll figure it out when we sit down. Congratulations.